Today we're here at Glenbrook Dodge here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, looking at the 2016 Dodge Durango RT. It's got that 5.7 liter Hemi with 360 horsepower and 390 foot-pounds of torque. LED running lights, blacked out grille, blacked out rims. The black on black makes this SUV look really aggressive. You have a power liftgate in the back, one touch open and one touch close, which is nice when your hands are full. We'll open up the back here. You see it's full leather. These seats are heated in the back. We have two 9-inch screen DVD players back here. You can plug an HDMI cable into either and your standard audio video cables as well. Watch how easy it is to flip the seat down and flip it up to have access to that third row seat. Coming up front, you have dual zone climate control, power seats in the front as well. And then that steering wheel is also power, tilt, and telescope. What I attempt to do is try to move the seat from here to the back, because when you buy a 7-passenger vehicle, that's what when you have more adults come with you, that's what you need to do. So I'm going to time it, see how long it takes, and see if it's not too cumbersome. And I actually haven't done this, so I'm going to start my timer and see how it goes. Seconds. I'm back all the way in the third row right now. That seat's still folded down, but I have the car seat next to me in the rear seat. Now I've been in other mid-size SUVs in the back. My knees were up to here and I was just completely uncomfortable, but I'm gonna try to flip this up and see how I could go on a road trip back here. That, you know, when I first looked back here when I was at the dealership, I did flip down this seat just to look, and it looked small back here, but I got headroom. I'm not cramped. Pretty good. I want to show you something really neat that I talked about earlier. You go to controls, the headrest fold, you just push the button if they're ever in constricting your view, and they drop down. Neat little features like that I love on. Okay, let's talk first impressions. I mean, as soon as I saw this thing with it all blacked out, I thought, man, what a good looking SUV. Then the LED running lights are beautiful looking. And then when I climbed inside, it doesn't feel very big, and that in a good way, in a very good way. Because I've driven other SUVs in its class. My parents have the Traverse. My brother-in-law, they have a Acadia, and those things feel huge compared to this. And this is something I think my wife doesn't like that feeling of a giant SUV, and I think she could drive this thing and feel totally comfortable because it doesn't feel that big. You can see 7 in here, but it feels like a Jeep. I used to have a Jeep Grand Cherokee years ago, and it feels about that same size. And when I stand next to it, it's just about as tall as me. I'm actually probably a little bit taller than it. So it's really not this huge SUV. And being the RT, I don't know if it has a little bit lower suspension to it, but man, this thing feels really good. The thing that I, really like as well right off the bat is how you select your gear. It's this little twist. And I read a review just a little bit ago that someone didn't like it. They felt like it was awkward. I mean, I guess they're used to just always grabbing for something here or there, and it's not there. And it took me 2 times of using it to get used to it. So if you're a little bit worried about this new weird gear selector, don't be. You get used to it very quickly. Okay, something I didn't expect to want to do. I didn't expect to want to come up to a curvy road to see how this thing handles, because I thought it's an SUV, why would you want to do that? But this thing, with the RT package, I mean, it makes me want to. There's this little curvy road up here that I actually wasn't planning on coming to, but I'm bringing this to it because I want to see how it feels. It feels sporty. You know, I'm going to click sport mode on. It immediately raises the RPMs, downshifts for you. Here we go. And there's a van with a man getting out. Okay. I already noticed when I engage sport mode, it keeps the revs a little bit higher. And this is a little bit of a rough road, so it's another reason why I wanted to come here and see how it feels, because this has a little bit tighter suspension than normal for an SUV, but it's not bad. It's not too tight. It's not too firm. Brakes are good. I'm not jamming on them, but do what you expect them to. I love this road. And you know what? This is a good car, guys. Family car. When you want... It's not crazy fast. I mean, you don't expect an SUV to be crazy fast. Trying out the paddle shifters, coming through the corners here. I got it stuck in second right now, and it just stays in the gear like you want it to. Why is an SUV fun? And it shifts when you want it to. I tell you what, if you're SUV shopping right now and you haven't given the Durango a chance, go drive one. Just do it. And make sure you find a road that you can have a little fun on, because you will be impressed. I didn't expect it to be, but you just hold the paddle back and drive if you're done shifting. Okay, we're on a really steep hill. Let's see what it does here. Got a truck coming. Put off the brake, it's not rolling backwards. Did a little bit when I started to give it gas, but it held it there pretty good. I like this thing. I'm sure if you go to a dealership, they'll tell you this, but if you like the Jeep Grand Cherokee, my buddy has the Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit, so it's pretty much fully loaded. This thing's pretty well equipped as well. It reminds me a lot of his Jeep. It's got a lot of the same looking features, the touchscreen, the dash, the heated back seats. You got USB ports where you can charge your phone. You have your standard plug-in, like a wall plug-in at home back there. His Summit doesn't have the DVD players, but this one you can plug in a video game system to and play video games. But so yeah, if you like a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and if you just feel like you might need a little more room, this is your car. This is what you want. I'm blown away that a 7-passenger vehicle can feel fun. It felt fun to drive. And when I climbed in, I thought, why would you want paddle shifters in an SUV? I thought we were kind of over that. You know, I thought car companies were kind of over putting in useless paddle shifters in cars that nobody would ever use them, like the Nissan Rogue had them. And let's be honest, the Nissan Rogue, at least the ones I've driven, have never felt sporty enough to where I'd want to be playing with the paddle shifters. But when I was on that curvy road, I used them, and it was fun. So yeah, if you like that Jeep Grand Cherokee and you like a sports car, but you have to have a bigger vehicle, I don't know what else is out there that matches with this. If you can think of something that you want me to test that would compete with this, please comment below. Right now I love this thing. I really do. I expected to like it. I didn't expect to love it. I want to thank Glenbrook Dodge for allowing me to do this review today. Their link is in the description of this video. And if you want to come look at a Durango yourself, make sure to ask for Jason. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.